After the class? Would you like to start immediately after the end of that class, or at the start of the next day? Remember, that class started at sunset. Getting towards sunrise. Is getting towards sunrise. 8 full hours. The last one started at 7. Currently 3 AM. 4 hours away. Do what you like, just don't get pregnant or dead. Alright. Alright. Just disconnect.
Did that just happen? That was comedic, right? I didn't. That wasn't just me.
Alright, what are the rest of you doing?
Well, I'm going to suggest to Kima mainly that we could always just hang out at one room for that.
Yeah, true. I mean, they seem to find us no matter where we go in terms of the letters.
Yep. That's what I thought too.
Hello?
Huh.
Yeah.
You're right, like, you kind of spaced out for a second there.
Yeah. James, where are we exactly? I think I missed something.
I'm in there discussing which room to go to.
Okay.
Yes, I'm fairly sure they would have probably like maybe tried to discuss that with Light, but I also have the feeling she just ran off. So
If you were discussing something, then I wouldn't.
no, it's
I'm
okay.
still there. Stuff.
Anyway,
Yes.
Kima, if you agree, we can either head off to my tower and wait there for the duration.
Sure, I don't mind.
All right, which one?
Which one's closest, James?
Kima's tower would be closest.
I mean, my one's closest.
All right. If you don't mind me, I will do that. I will.
No, I don't mind.
Nice.
Alright, so you're all heading to Kima's tower?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if Light wants
the plan.
to.
I'm not too
Dude.
sure what I'm really doing right now. Did I run off before they discussed that or not?
I believe you did run off before that.
Okay, then we take it that way.
Right.
Did I tell? Did it came through where I wanted to go?
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Hmm?
I didn't hear where you wanted to go.
Okay, because I before I ran off, I said I wanted to chill, hang out on the roof of my tower, and said if someone wants to join, they can.
As Kima and Quinn are walking, Kima turns to Quinn. You know, I think Light said something before she left, but I couldn't make out what it was.
You know, you might be right. I only wish I knew how to contact her. Oh, what I would do for a phone.
A what? What's a
Yes,
phone?
exactly.
You mean like a sending stone?
You know, for some reason I keep forgetting those exist.
Oh, they're pretty useful, especially if you can't cast the spell yourself.
I see. Yes, I should probably get one of those. It sounds very, very convenient, honestly.
Don't know. There's like a place that we can get them at the school, though. Like, I don't think we can just go up and ask to be given a sending stone, and they'll give us a sending stone. James, is there anyone, any like staff members, around at this point?
Nope, they've moved on to the next classes.
Alright, fair enough. No one around to ask.
Yeah, I guess we can wait for that. Not like I. Still.
You okay?
No, yeah, I'm just thinking. I don't actually know how to contact her. Huh.
Well,
We
I mean,
should probably come up with emergency ways to contact each other, huh?
Probably. But I think the plan was still the same, to meet up around the same time once we get the letters, if... Assuming we have an early class. If not, we should probably try and get some sleep.
Oh, yeah,
afterwards.
probably. Yep, James, for now it seems like we're just going to hang out with in Kima's tower.
Alright.
I cannot think of a reason Quinn would know where the fuck Light's tower is.
I don't even think Light mentioned what her house was. Kima would say to Quinn.
Motherfucker! They
Then,
seem very, very, very displeased. Sorry, James?
3 a.m. would pass by.
Yep. I am going to hang with Kima in their room and take a few power naps.
Same, honestly. Just go back to my room, talk with Quinn for a bit, and then try and take a few naps while waiting for the letter to arrive.
Yep. Already kids and already living the university life.
Right. You notice that the school, because this is your first time walking around the school at night, you'd have noticed that the school is just as active at night as it is in the day.
Interesting.
Some people might only have like night classes and be more of a night owl and sleep during the day.
Huh.
The city's also
Gotta
just
say,
as
sleep-
lit during the night as it is in the day.
But we can still tell it's night and day, right? Like we're still able to
There's
tell.
black sky compared to blue sky,
Okay, but like no difference aside from that.
pretty much.
Huh. The world's very first vampire-friendly academic institution. Okay.
I guess so. Gotta say, it being day night's weird.
They pause and they stare at Kima for a few seconds. Quite so.
Oh, just where
And they blink a few times.
I'm from. James, how often is it nighttime at the Feywild? Isn't it only like once a month, or am I remembering that wrong?
That's usually once a month.
Yeah. Where I'm from is like night only once a month, so it's kind of cool actually.
That sounds very strange.
I guess when you're used to this, to it happening every day, it would sound strange. For me, this is strange, but it's cool though.
You know what? That's fair enough. It is strange. Still, I don't know. I think you're going to get used to it.
Probably. I mean, I'm gonna be here for the foreseeable future, so not really got much of a choice, even if I didn't want to get used to it.
Well, you'd better.
I mean, I plan to. I'm enjoying my time in the material plane.
Quinn contemplates for a second calling out Kima on very obviously making it clear that they're from another plane, what planes they could be from. But no. Hey, Kima.
Yeah.
How are you dealing with the whole, how do I put this? Being away from your parents?
Kimber kind of like looks down for a second. I mean, I'm doing all right. It's
Happy
just
to hear that.
it's just getting used to it, to be honest. But I don't know. There's so much cool new stuff here. It's been a nice thing to keep my mind on to not think about stuff like that.
Yep. That's fair enough.
What about yourself?
Well, for me at least, it's been a very, very pleasant experience, I must say.
I'm glad to hear it.
It does feel nice to have a bit of freedom.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is a lot more of a flexible schedule than a lot of places.
It is, isn't it?
Gotta say, if I get stuck with some classes at night and some in the morning, that's gonna suck.
Yeah, somehow I can't see them being very, how do I put this, adaptive towards us.
Yeah,
That
probably not.
might get
I
old.
mean, with the amount of students they've got here.
Yes, but we
makes
will
sense.
triumph.
I hope so.
I have no doubt in our ability to supersede the talents of those that came before us. It is simply a matter of resilience.
No, isn't? I suppose that's the whole point of the next generation, isn't it?
Huh. You might be right. Good that. Never thought about it that way. And say, after you're done here, do you plan on returning to your home?
I don't know, honestly.
No?
I mean, I want to stay here and see, more of this place. Or maybe I will
That's
go
fair
back.
enough.
Just kind of gonna see what happens, really.
That is fair.
What about you? What's your plan after all this is over?
Honestly, I don't know. There is something I must do.
And that
But
is?
after that, well, I'd like to prove myself to my mother, so after I'm done here, I will visit her. But I do not want to, rather, I know that I do not want to simply be stuck in her axis for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
There's much to do.
exactly. And you got plenty of time to figure out what you want to do.
Well, not as much time as I'd like, but yes. James, do any of the letters arrive by 7 a.m.? Sorry, what?
No, just
Sorry,
before
James, can you repeat that?
just before 7 a.m. you do get ascending.
I do.
Who gets ascending?
It's from your mother.
I do, apparently. Alright. What to say?
Are the classes going well?
Huh. Mother has messaged me.
Oh, well, that's
My
nice.
reply will be... Thus far, they are. I have met some very interesting and relevant people in here.
Do not get too distracted.
Yes, Mother. They make a sour face, like in the real world.
Hema notices that. Are you okay?
As okay as I could be, I suppose. I'm sorry,
What did-
that was not too pleasant.
Hey, it's not your fault. If your mother said something that made you upset, then that's on her, not on you.
Thank you, you're very kind.
Thank you. You are too.
It's a matter of, how do I put this? Mother has very... They, kind of think for a second. Very strict requirements of what I must accomplish in my time here.
I see.
Yeah, it is not at all too unexpected, but
Oh, I still think you can make the most of the situation.
Oh, surely so.
I mean, just because you have a task to do doesn't mean you can't have fun while doing it, right?
I like to think so. Yes, you're correct. There's no reason I cannot choose how to accomplish a goal. You're correct. Yes. Thank you.
No problem. Happy I can help.
You indeed can.
Alright, just waiting on Leah to get back, and then we can move on to the classes.
One of the classes again, James?
Do not know which one is next.
The letters don't arrive?
Do at 7 a.m.,
Oh, yeah,
but I'm
you're
just waiting
waiting.
for
Yep. Check that out.
until then, speak freely.
Not much to talk about.
So you said you've got a goal you need to accomplish while you're here?
Oh, yes.
What's that goal? If you don't mind me asking.
I do not mind. It's just hard to put to words.
That's all right. I mean, we've got time. It seems to be stuck at 6:59 a.m. until something changes. So we've got time.
Time is indeed very important. We do love having time.
Shall quickly be right back.
Going great until now.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. I still find it hilarious how quickly Kima and Quinn have become friends, considering how much Alice and Nathan dislike each other.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
absolute
great.
hatred.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
I can imagine Alice actually feeling very offended when she figures out what the interesting people Quinn mentioned, who they actually were.
Wait until parent visiting day.
Oh God,
No, that's gonna be.
can only
that's gonna be
hope that's not a
interesting.
thing.
Vecna, Leah, Nathan, Alice.
To be fair, I think at this point Nathan would still be asleep, so it would. I guess-
Shine.
That's why the first one is going to be set after he wakes
Shine.
up. Shine.
I mean, to be fair, he is like literally a part of Nate. Like they are merged at the soul.
Shine.
So technically speaking, I guess also parent. Like more like an uncle, but like you know what I mean.
Before that light, I'm sad that my parents can't make it while it's happening. Wow, am I happy my parents couldn't make it.
You know, maybe this whole orphan thing isn't so bad.
Also, I want to say this because it's probably never gonna come up, but I had a plan that if I was ever gonna like play Vulpes and Yu-Gi-Oh, I was gonna pull like a Yami Yugi and constantly switch between myself and Shine, so they couldn't like Vulpes couldn't mind read me.
I really want to do that.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're doing that. That is a
Because
decision I've made.
my idea was like, okay, if I ever really wanted something from Vulpes, like to help with the whole
Okay, but
vecna
if you do-
situation, I would challenge them to a duel, and if I won, they'd give it to me.
You realize that would work, right? Absolutely. I have
Yeah,
no
exactly.
doubt.
That's what Nathan was gonna do, and then I was gonna like to avoid you reading my mind. I was gonna constantly switch between myself and Shine.
Motherfucker, I love that.
If you do that, I'm going to pull a Kaiba and just buy the rules.
Right. I'm very fond of how this little group is managing to work despite what seems to be everything.
Yeah.
The thing is, we don't know about the parents' problems, so we don't have any reason to hate each other.
I do. I just don't really care.
I mean, like Kima knows, like Kima's figured out who Light's
My
dad
mother
is,
is.
and also
Oh, you-
who Quinn's
Yeah,
parents
but
are.
I
But
think I
Kima
think
doesn't really care about that because even though that he knows that Volpes and Nathan and Alice and Nathan didn't have like good relationships, he wouldn't judge Quinn by that. He'd judge Quinn by who they are rather than who their parents are.
the thing is,
Terrible choice.
I have the
Probably.
feeling none of your parents, like even Sachi's parents, like even maybe Vecna, really hate Shadow.
I mean, he did hate that
Shadow
you
was
kept on trying to kill him with extreme speed, but
Well, to be fair, I would probably dislike that too. Yeah, I can't judge him for that. But I
Yeah.
can judge him for
Yeah, but
literally everything else.
there's a difference between the hatred between Alice and Nathan and like respecting an enemy.
Well, yeah, that's because Alice kept sexually harassing him.
yeah,
It was really uncomfortable.
it was
I think
uncomfortable.
Vecna sees Shadow as an enemy, but respects him as a person. Maybe. I don't know.
Honestly, I feel like we're holding Vecna to too low standards here. Never thought
Yeah.
I'd say that, but
Cut to Vecna just like stamping on Shadow's grave.
for some reason, I kind of feel like he would.
I hated that guy almost most of all.
More than Nathan. I don't know. I was the only one who was successful at some point of calling him out on his bullshit.
Exactly.
But yeah. We have no reason to hate each other right now.
We just need to give it
Yes.
time, I guess.
Quinn is very much aware of the issues between our parents, but they figure they're not Alice, they're not Volpes, they're not going to hold themselves to those standards. Of course, that only applies after, like, until a certain point. For example, druids. Fuck druids.
That's just like
Light is aware
like,
of the
programmed into you.
Oh, absolutely. I
Light
have
is a-
no idea.
Hey, Quinn, I'm thinking
Light
of
is aware of
multi-classing.
Cracked knuckles.
Okay, let's all take Druid as a multi-class.
You know, maybe I am a Volpes.
Maybe murder is the right answer.
No, murder's the question, and the answer is yes.
Damn
The answer
it.
thus far is maybe.
I was gonna make that joke too.
Hmm?
I made that
Listen,
one. I was gonna
either
make that
I
one.
do it or Volpes does it, and
Okay, we
I
all
think
just need
it's
to set
just
each
that
other
for
up
me.
to do it at some point during this session.
This is real teamwork.
Exactly. The real superpower of teamwork.
Don't worry, we'll bring Kima to be a murderer. And then we can have something to blackmail him with.
I don't
if
actually
Kima
want
does
Kima to be
actually-
a murderer.
If Kima does actually take a life, that is gonna fuck him up. Because like very, very sheltered childhood.
Wait, you have never taken a life? Oh my god.
No. No. Do you really think Nathan would let that happen to Kima at 10? No.
Well, technically, neither have I.
Exactly.
Wow. That's
Look,
Sachi.
Quinn, we're the only non-murderers.
Yeah, it's really weird that I'm in the group, but okay.
Taken a life?
Wait, has Light killed people?
No.
Question: I'm not even just going to ask why would kill someone.
Back-
Just, Celestia. Just who? How?
I have an interesting backstory. For 2
Okay,
days.
I'm not gonna ask. So is Sachi around? James?
I think so.
Hello.
Sachi?
Sarge, are you there?
I have returned.
Alright.
Nice.
Hello, Sachi.
So,
It's finally 7 a.m.
you all receive your letters.
Cool.
The class is for in and out.
I'm
The
sorry,
class is
what?
in an hour. I say to Quinn.
The class is called Mythology and Legends.
No, that sounds interesting.
I see.
I'd like to search for the others. Basically, just check the towers and travel by rooftops.
Right, make me an investigation check. Perception check.
Investigation or perception or and?
All right, we should probably
Or-
get moving, Quinn. I don't know if we're gonna have to walk up another like
Yep,
5 flights of stairs to get to this building either.
I'm expecting to.
Find them.
What? Hello, hello?
Hello.
Hello.
James, did you say something?
No.
Okay.
+8. Wow.
I rolled a 21 for perception.
So you were able to find them.
I would knock on the window.
So light finds us while we're still in the tower.
Well, you see, you might have perceived me, but I certainly did not perceive you perceiving me.
Do I find them still in the tower? Please say yes.
You would not be able to see them into the tower, so it'd be as they were exiting.
Oh. Hey, I'd start walking behind them. Not saying
Do we
anything.
notice her?
Give me a stealth
I
check.
don't. I rolled a perception and I got a natural 1.
All right. Perception. -1. Well.
Yeah, there's no luck. Do you just follow them all the way to class?
Until something happens.
Alright.
I'd like to go to the food place and ask for something that's gonna energize me a bit if there's anything like that.
You are an elite student, so they can get you greater restored.
For how much?
What do you mean?
What do I have to do? What do I have to give in order to get greater restored?
Nothing.
And how often can I have that?
You're an elite student, so upon request?
Wait, so we can just request for anything? I would say to the person that Quinn's talking to.
For the most part, you are the best of the best. Most have access to everything.
I see.
That we are.
We are indeed, but it seems someone has failed in informing us of that. Thank you.
Yeah, that would have been handy to
Certainly
know
are the
beforehand.
Oh god, as soon as they reach light, they freeze.
She's smiling at you.
How long have you been standing behind us?
Standing? For like a minute.
All right, you should have.
You asked about walking, that's another question.
All right, weirdo. How are you
I
doing
feel
this
very
morning?
uncomfortable
What do you
right
have
now.
against fun?
I'm a bit
You could
concerned
have
that
if
your
you wanted
idea of
to.
fun is following people silently. But you know what? I'm not gonna judge.
I am.
Listen,
I'm
can't-
judging you. Right now.
They're judging you, and I point at Quinn.
Okay, what are you judging me for?
Many things.
Samples?
Archie.
Hold on, Sachi. I want to hear Sarti's part. Quinn is not going to answer you.
Yes.
Would you be heading towards the class? It is
If
quite a
I
high
knew where
building.
it was ahead of. Okay. If I knew where it was ahead of time, then I would have just gone straight there. I have some reading with me.
Right.
So, not telling me what you're judging me for? Huh.
I do not have the time.
Oh, that much. How long am I here? 2 days?
Approximately a day and a few hours in my experience, but that's only in my experience with you.
Personally, I feel like it's been a week.
It's all the stairs I've been climbing.
Yeah, it's a good workout, but
Because we haven't.
it is a
That's because you
ridiculous
haven't
amount of
slept.
stairs.
Yeah, it is really strange. That is a very specific way of training people.
I mean, hopefully it pays off.
I guess we will see. So, Light, did you sleep well?
I didn't.
You look your dad in the eye, you can see the exhaustion in their eyes as they say Lolamau.
Kima just
I
looks at
doubt
you
you know what
confused.
Lolamau is.
Kima just looks
I look at-
confused. What
I look
language
you
is
back
that?
in the eyes. It looks. Light looks also somewhat exhausted, but still like fine. Just spend the time.
Alright. So,
What you
apparently
do?
we can get the Greater Restored here,
Ooh, that's cool.
which means we can get rid of exhaustion, so.
What were you two up to in the last hours?
Power naps and talking.
Yep.
I wasn't invited. Oh,
You were, I
you
just didn't know how to
ran-
find you.
You said something that none of us understood, and then you started dashing and jumping up buildings. I don't know what you were expecting.
oh, really? You didn't hear me? I said you could follow me.
Oh, sorry, I never heard you.
Oh.
I was just hanging out on my roof.
Yeah, see, I don't think we know what tower is yours.
It's that one. Light points into the direction of the tower.
Like, the direction, the specific tower, just general direction.
Like as much of the direction of the tower I can point in. I don't know if you
Right,
can,
James,
can see
am
it
I
from
able to
here.
tell from that what tower they're from?
Yep.
Alright, noted.
Very good to know.
I now know what to stalk you.
Light raises an eyebrow. Yeah, you stalking me.
Right, let me correct that. I now know where to hire people to stalk you because I cannot do it myself.
Hey, it is now 7:15.
That's more like it.
Oh, it's 7. Okay, we probably should get going.
Yep,
Yeah.
let's
I'm
go.
just gonna quickly
That's cool.
ask for like, I don't know, like some bread or something.
Yep, let's just head off as far
And you a
as
sandwich.
much as we can.
All right, thank you.
I'm just starting. Like I'm waiting for the other two and then going to the class.
Right.
Is anyone else grabbing
Is it in the
something to
same
eat?
tower? No.
I
I am, yes.
Okay, I rip part of my sandwich off and hold it out for Light to
You
take.
would have each been handed one if you guys wanted one.
Okay, just because Light never said anything and then we left,
Oh, okay.
so that's why I
then
was.
if they hand me a sandwich, then I just grab it.
So,
That's quite
classes.
bland.
Do we get to classes?
Okay. So,
Man, I really
you
miss the
all
food
to
from
make
home.
me a perception check as you enter this room.
Oh no.
Oh,
First-
yes.
It's the first floor. And your class is on the 25th floor.
Is there an elevator?
Nope.
All right, time to run again.
What is it
again.
with this place and stairs?
I don't know.
Should
I
I
don't want
wait
to find
for
the
you,
person that made
or-
these stairs and push them down these stairs. and then their wife will
Uh,
leave them for whoever made the elevator.
Should I wait for you or can I go ahead?
Hey, Light.
Hmm?
Are you strong?
I'm not.
Are you strong enough?
Maybe?
Have you ever considered taxi service as your calling?
It's now 7:35.
All right.
You have
Okay, I'm
65 minutes to get to class.
Wait, 65?
Remember,
minutes?
it's 100 minutes in an hour.
yeah.
Oh. So, I can't carry both of you.
I mean, I think I should be fine running up. I won't be as fast as you, but
Okay, jump on.
I will
Okay,
jump
fine.
on.
Light shift and start running up the stairs.
Right?
I also start running. Can this count
When it's
towards
having
constitution training?
Sure, if you do it for 8 hours.
I mean, with how long we have to spend running up these stairs every day, I think that would
Eventually
probably
we're
amount to
gonna-
about 8 hours of going up and down stairs.
Honestly, you can mark, if you go up the stairs each time for each class, you can probably mark half an hour each day of just traveling upstairs.
Okay, good to know.
Noted.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I have my 70 feet movement speed. Quinn,
Yep, you make it there.
you're feeling somehow
You make it there quite quickly.
Quinn, you feel that Light is holding like your legs with her hands while running, and they are somehow fluffy.
They are having this. Quinn is having the absolute best time of their life.
You're currently sitting in the classroom reading, and you see Quinn riding Light enter the room.
A cat. I like that shift form is very different.
Look up for a moment. Look back down and go back to reading.
Thank you. You will be
Morning.
greatly rewarded for this.
Yeah. You're just carrying
Also,
me up
this
next
was the-
time.
Also, this was so cool.
You're just carrying
They
me up
will-
tomorrow.
I cannot carry myself up. That is why I hired you.
Maybe train a little bit more.
I plan to, but I do not think I would have gotten here in time.
Mike is going up to Sachi's desk, still looking like a cat, leaning against it. So,
Do you look like at the
yeah,
back
so
seat now?
yeah. Hmm?
Do you look like at the back seat now?
Oh, yeah, this. She turns back into the regular form. Sometimes I forget.
No, Shadow, I'm asking about you personally. Does she look like a tabaxi, or does she look like an actual, like, four-legged huge cat? Because those are very different things.
She looks like a human that grew fur.
So that is funny.
And cat ears.
Kima, you make it up
That's why
into
he
the
needs
room.
Oh, okay, that was
How was
a
that?
lot of steps.
Hey, Kima.
Hey,
So,
If it
Sachi,
matters
was
at
it?
all, I can recommend the taxi service Light provides. That was the funniest thing I've done.
yeah, it looked fun.
It was.
Oh, I think I'm getting the hang of this now.
What are you eating there?
A book?
Yes.
Do you need to be that sassy when I'm trying to make conversation?
At least she's
No,
making
but it is funny.
conversation with
Do you need to make conversation while I'm reading a book?
Okay. I'm backing
Snicker.
off. Oh.
I whispered to Quinn, and I thought Light was the one with claws.
Or snickering. Like a teenager that just saw someone make a dick joke.
Oh. Hear the sound of a ding, followed by an elevator door opening
Where?
in the hallway that you just ran in from.
There was no whole elevator there, was there?
Not that you could see. Can't actually tell where the door
Quinn?
usually opens, but you see this individual walk out and slowly enter the room at 10 feet per round.
Okay.
Is that a severed hand?
Staff quite possibly could be.
Ooh.
She walks straight into the center of the room.
Nah, looks more like wood shape in the shape of the hand.
I like her.
Everyone, take a seat. I will not ask twice.
I take a seat.
Me too.
I'm taking a seat, but very slowly.
I put a bookmark in my book and close it.
James, is this class also just us?
It should just be you four.
Right.
This is Introduction to Mythology and Legends. Can I get one of you to raise your hand?
I raise my hand.
What is mythology?
A collection of legends and beliefs across the world?
What is the difference between mythology and legends?
Well, but he paused, thinking. I don't know for sure, but if I had to say, I would say that the mythology is the collective of all of many legends, and the patterns they tend to follow as well as how they form.
Kima raises his hand.
Yes?
Myths are usually like passed down about how or why something came to be. Legends are usually meant to teach some sort of lesson.
Do any of you have anything else to add to this?
No.
Mythology tends to deal with stories involving gods, goddesses, and incredibly powerful supernatural beings. These stories often attempt to explain the creation of a world, the nature of the cosmos, or the origin of a natural phenomenon. There we go. Myths tend to be more religious than anything else. They convey beliefs and values of a particular culture, society, or individual. They don't necessarily have to be true to do such. The events depicted in myths often take place in a distant, timeless past, without specification of when and where it occurred. Myths often serve as the foundation for a culture's belief system, rituals, and social norms. Whereas legends, they tend to be stories about historical figures, and events, often involving extraordinary feats and specific individuals with records. While the records of the individual might not be known well, they are usually provable as real. Although legends may contain exaggerations, they are genuinely more grounded in the reality that we all live. Something else of note is legends tend to be specified in the area around where the legend is well known. For example, a legend that it would be about this school would be something that occurred at this school. We would not be discussing a legend of a school that came from somewhere else. In simpler terms, mythology is often nonsense, whereas legends is where, how would I put this in a word that you can understand? Legends are where the things that go bumpin' at night go to die. Do you all follow so far?
Except for the last metaphor, yes.
Uh-huh.
Alright, question time.
Quinn raised her hand.
Yes?
So, theoretically, if any of us were to do something incredibly grand here, and then we say died, but the tale stuck around, it would be legend.
Indeed.
And they would often stay here. They wouldn't, because people wouldn't be interested in telling stories that aren't connected to reality, right? So.
Indeed.
I think that
But
depends
if
on
I
your
made-
perspective of reality.
Sorry. But if I made up a story about, I don't know, a three-headed god, and people somehow bought into that, that would be mythology and myth. Especially if it became a foundation for religion.
Correct.
Okay.
I often think of it as this way. Myths are there to entertain, legends are there to educate. Ema, you had something to say.
Religion is there. Yeah, sorry. Wouldn't that mean that religion is there to entertain them?
Is that not what religion does?
Depending on your perspective, I guess.
What's your favorite myth?
Define entertain, Kima.
To entertain is to make or produce something that people enjoy.
Okay, and then what does it mean to be entertained?
To enjoy something, I guess.
Sachi, what does it
Can't be
mean to
bored.
enjoy something?
To find pleasure or relief in the avoidance of real life.
And if you believe in something, then what does that mean?
It
You
means you're
seem-
taking your own fate out of your hands and putting it in the grasp of another.
Interesting perspective. Light, why don't you elaborate further?
Uh, On what exactly?
What does it mean to put your faith in something?
Hmm. To think that that thing holds a greater power than you can benefit yourself.
No, if myths tend to be grandiose, they entertain the individual. The individual is entertained by it. Then therefore the individual has a level of faith in it. Would you
Isn't
not?
religion also there to give you power?
Oh. And how does one gain
I don't
power
know.
from a religion?
Ask for God for it.
And where does that god get the power from?
Being powerful?
I find that a alright.
Hmm?
Where did you get your power from?
My mom trained me.
Okay, so you put in the work for it, did you?
Yeah.
You exchanged your time and effort for this power, correct?
Yeah.
An exchange took place, which means your power came from somewhere in that exchange. If everything comes from somewhere
Okay.
in some form of exchange, then the power of a god must come from somewhere.
Time and effort.
Faith?
Yes, Quinn, please do not call out.
Sorry.
Often gods draw their power from faith. Not all gods, but often most do. If you believe in something, then you have faith in something, even if it's to a tiny extent.
Sorry, I forgot where we started.
Difference between mythology and legends. Light.
Yeah.
Name something that is a myth, not legend. You should all be able to answer this. Sachi.
Myth.
Based on the criteria, it's actually kind of hard to be sure what is myth and what is not myth. What may actually be legend. As far as I've discovered, most of what I've heard, there is bits of truth in it. So it's hard for me to tell.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Quinn,
Yes?
what is a myth? Name one.
Myth? James, can I roll for history?
Sure. You don't know.
A myth and not a legend. So something that doesn't have a foundation in history?
Continue.
So, do I know of something that is popularly believed but has no foundation in history?
Grows slightly annoyed. Light.
I don't think so, Liz.
You have an answer.
Mm,
This is
Good guys always
incredibly
win.
easy. Yes, that is a myth. Thank you.
Or wait, say light? I really couldn't hear. What did light
The
say?
good
I
guys
really couldn't hear
always
it.
win.
It's not
Ema.
a specific myth. Wait, are we counting that as myths?
The teacher does.
Kima.
I thought it was a proverb or something like that.
Yes.
Name a myth. Honestly, mythology isn't really something that's taught in the Feywild. What they mainly teach about is in relation to legends.
I don't really know much about myths. My education was more in regards to legends. I suppose, to some extent, any legend can become a myth depending on how much time passes and who it's in regards to.
She sighs with disappointment. If you need to name a myth, you can just make something up.
Couldn't raise their hand.
Yes?
But then what's the difference between a myth and a lie?
A myth convinces people.
So a myth is a successful lie?
Isn't that what all good stories are?
No, yeah. But they're usually disseminated, which is why I thought there was a factor of social influence or something.
All you need to do to create a myth is convince enough people that a lie is true. Thus, a myth is born.
Convince enough.
So what you're saying is a myth is something people believe in without having evidence for it.
This is one way of putting it.
Well,
Now,
people believe in a lot of
Kima,
things.
name a legend.
Oh, you really shouldn't have said.
Yeah, I should.
That was in character. Like they muttered that under their breath. Like, no, you really shouldn't have said that.
I'll use the inspiration to take 20.
Fey Queen of Snow is considered a legend on the material plane.
The Fey Queen of Snow.
Yes, good. Light.
That's something the founders did.
You care to be more specific?
I don't remember. Didn't they like blew up city or something?
Quinn raise their hand
I don't
again.
know. It's a legend.
The founders would have been a legend, yes. Actions are less so. Quinn, yes?
The annihilation of the Nidar?
Yes.
The who?
The Nidar. There were people that supposedly had like magic blood, and the founder supposedly wiped them all out.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
Did you say? Wait, what did you say again?
They had like their blood could restore magic, and the founders
No,
wiped them all
before
out.
that, what was your answer?
The annihilation of the Nightar.
And our teacher said yes to that.
Yes.
But didn't she say in her sentence before that the founders are legends, not their actions?
I think both can be true.
Now you said an action, and she said, I'm confused.
The
I'm
action
confused.
is not focused around the nut. But she'll elaborate then. The action. The difference between the destruction caused by the founders and the eradication of the Nightar. The eradication of the Nightar is an event of legendary proportion. It will be spoken about for generations to come. A destroyed city caused by the Celestials is almost inconsequential.
Okay, so you
Actions
just
on most
meant that
scales
specific
are
action.
simply that, actions. We do not count every time. Who is a good example for this? So we've got several
I
Deus in
understand,
us.
but maybe
We do not count every time that Nathan Deus lifted his cup to be a legendary action. One day he will be legend.
I understand. Just maybe next time don't say actions are not legends.
I
And
said those actions were not.
oh, someone there.
Sachi, you're up.
The terror known as Jar Lee.
Indeed, he has become quite the legend over the years. I believe he is the second Celestial to have such a deep tie to his name.
Ooh, who's the first?
Are you not all that well versed in Celestial lore?
Some parts of it.
Very well.
Who's the first?
Wukong.
Ah, that monkey guy.
Yes, well, that monkey guy has been responsible for more deaths than I can even begin to quantify.
Oh yeah, he was quite brute.
Wouldn't you like to whack people with a stick without questioning?
That's what I
Is
heard.
a way to put that.
Would you
That's
say
what I'm
Wukong is the
gonna
most dangerous founder then?
I would not.
They tilt their head.
Ooh,
Out of the Celestial
Who would you say
founders,
is?
I would deem Ash the most dangerous.
Really?
Oh?
She is believed to be truly immortal, unlike the other Celestials. While you may be able to contain her, it is doubtful that you could ever truly destroy her. Meaning that one day she will come for you.
Sounds like quite a sad existence.
Yeah. Sad.
Now, since we're on the topic of founders and legends, at what point does someone become legendary? Sachi.
I suppose it depends on the spread of it, as well as the individual who's deciding. For example, if I've never heard of someone, they may not be legendary to me, but in that area that they're from, they could be a household name.
Quinn,
Yes?
answer my question.
I'm thinking. I guess it would have to do with their influence, correct? For example, is Nathan Days legendary currently?
Can something cease to be legendary? And if so, what does it become then?
Well, if something is completely forgotten, doesn't it cease to be legendary?
Oh?
They're asking, not saying. If absolutely no one knows about something, won't that stop it from being legendary?
How can something happen that truly no one knows about? Try to imagine a set of circumstances where you do something of legendary status that no one knows about.
Yeah, I guess that would be very hard unless you are very willing to commit murder.
Sachi raises a hand.
Yes.
What if the legendary thing that you did was claimed by someone else? Then the person who actually did the act wasn't legendary, but maybe someone else is for doing it.
But still a legend is made from the act.
I suppose that's fair.
Often grand wizards claim legendary status for their name rather than their spells. For example, if I use a spell known as Magic Missile to kill, let's say, a ancient dragon, this grants me legendary status. Am I worthy of legendary status even though I was using someone else's spell for it? How much did I contribute to it?
A spell as a tool, as a sword could be.
But if someone used the sword to kill the dragon, then the blacksmith would get some credit, wouldn't they?
Maybe.
Couldn't both end up with legendary status, both the sword and the individual who used it to slay the dragon?
Very well. Very good, Kima. 1 point.
But doesn't it depend?
How so?
How much the sword was took part in the power of a person. Like, if someone slays a dragon with a wooden blade, you wouldn't give a legendary status to who made that wood.
Wouldn't you? Wooden blade killing a dragon.
You could argue that's more impressive than a magic weapon.
Do not call out Kima.
But if it's just a normal wooden blade is not different from other wooden blades, and the person was just skilled enough to use it that well,
Right. Let's take this and put it in another set of circumstances then. If you're a random guard and you kill a dragon, you still gain the same sort of fame that a adventurer would. Would you?
Maybe.
Would that fame pass on to your parents?
Maybe.
And isn't all things legendary, of legendary status, things related to the circumstances? For example, let's say you have a wooden sword on you, and you're well known for carrying around that wooden sword, but you do not use it in a fight. I dare say that wooden sword would still gain legendary status.
So is it even necessary to really try to define stuff like this?
Yes, there
Because
is.
in
Incredibly
all of these possible
important.
scenarios, we can change one small thing, and it will change a lot. It might be, it might not be. Unless it happens, we don't know.
But it's important to understand and study this. The reason being is incredibly powerful magical items can be created from these circumstances. Just being related to a legendary event, an item can be forged. We understand very little about that process. Even more
Wait.
concerning is the fact that mythical events have been heard to create magical items. Imagine speaking a lie so false that you create an item.
Sachi puts her hands up.
Yes, Sachi?
Do you have an example of this?
Quinn grins as they notice that.
Yes, I do. There are 7 magical swords in this world. Nathan Deus is well known for wielding one of them. They are known as Excalibur. They are an artifact created from myth.
Well,
Kima's eyes light up when Excalibur gets mentioned.
if
Oh yeah, I always found the dagger pretty interesting.
legends are rooted in history, but the story can be changed over time, as long as there's tangible proof of them, does not that change Excalibur's story into a legend as there's tangible proof of it?
The question becomes, which existed first, the myth or the legend? Did Excalibur come
Interesting.
from the myth, or did the legend come from Excalibur?
Quinn mutters very
Maybe-
softly, chicken and the egg.
Maybe it's like Excalibur was there, it became a legend, it got lost. Over the years, the proof was not being able to found anymore. Then it became a myth, and someone found it and it became a legend again.
Do you believe it came through cycles?
Might be.
Kima raises his hand.
Yes, Kima.
Light, from what I understand, is on the right track with Excalibur specifically, because the sword, at least in the world that Celestials originally came from, was reforged by different different kings that wielded it and given new shape. That's why there's multiple different Excaliburs.
No, yeah, I know that myth. It's interesting.
The
How do
sword
you know that
became
legend?
the sword became legendary through the actions of each king that wielded it, and it eventually became a myth that existed and manifested into our world, and has become legendary once again for the actions of those that wield it.
Ah, but Excalibur was a myth before it arrived here. Before the first Arthur entered this world, there were those who spoke of a legendary sword Excalibur. I have documented evidence of this from as far back as the first year after Celestials arrived, which is before the first Arthur arrived.
You know, yes, because the Celestials bring in the legends from their world, right?
Yes, but a legend from another world is simply a myth here.
But myths, as you said, can become the foundation of magical items. So we already have a possible foundation, even there.
Yes. But then my question is, did those Excaliburs come from the myth?
Well, was the first
without
of
the founders of the Celestial Nation talking about and spreading the word of Excalibur, would the Arthurs that arrived, have arrived without Excalibur?
Shrug.
So
I don't think so.
I mean, I was under the impression that the Excaliburs were in relation to their divine gifts.
Yeah, that's
So
what I thought as well.
So theoretically, they would have had the Excaliburs, regardless of whether or not Excalibur gained mythic status in this world.
Then would they have been artifacts?
Probably not. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that the Arthur would have the sword anyway, but because the legend would existed and spread, the sword became the like the crystallized form of a myth, and so it was empowered by that. Does it make sense? I'm sorry, I'm rambling a bit.
Indeed, I follow your thought process. It is something that I have studied myself. Now,
They nod.
moving on to a slightly different topic. Do you all know what a lich is?
They nod enthusiastically.
heard
Unfortunately.
of them once or twice. Not got too much told.
Kima, elaborate.
Liches are beings that have been, as far as I know, that have embraced undeath and have taken on a new, more powerful form and can feed off of souls. They have the ability to interact and manipulate them far easier than other creatures can. They can sustain themselves off of them.
Yes, but you sounded displeased by the existence of them.
I just don't like the thought of people eating souls. Just doesn't sit right with me.
You are fine with people eating animals, correct? Kima?
I suppose so.
Here's the difference.
Because souls can exist outside of life. A soul is what makes up a person's very being. And once
Yes,
our
but
physical bodies die...
Animals are not developed enough to hold souls. They are lesser than us. Therefore, is it fine to kill them, knowing that they will not get to pass on to an afterlife?
It's a very difficult question to ask, and I don't really know if I can give the proper answer, but
There is
I
no
suppose it all
proper
depends
answer,
on-
there is only your answer. Do not want to hear the consensus of the world, because often the consensus of the world is wrong. I want to hear your answer. I am asking you.
I've just never thought about it like that.
Well, think about it now. How do the rest of you feel about that?
Liches?
The difference between destroying a soul and slaying an animal that would never have a soul.
I don't think there is one.
Some would try to justify it by saying that we are more than the animal. In which case, I would ask them, what right do they have to say that we are more? Simply
Well,
different.
We need to survive, right?
Yes. But survival is different from declaring that you are more than something else. Humans often breed animals on farms where they are confined to a small area for their entire existence, only to be slain, unable to pass on to an afterlife. Their entire purpose is to exist, just for the slaughter.
Quinn just kind of pauses.
How is that
Well, yeah,
better
but
than consuming a soul that wanders aimlessly after it's had a long and fulfilling life?
Well, it might not be better, but it's gonna be less strange and uncomfortable for people to come to terms with.
Exactly.
Because it is, I guess it's switching the food chain around. Now you're the food.
The
No one likes being
disgusting
the food.
thing about humanity and, well, mortals in general, is the fact that they only care about things when they are the victim. Now, there are the rare few who act when they are not the victim. Those people, they are the ones who often become legends.
Well, there are plenty of bad legends, though, aren't they?
Yes, there are. Why I never said that they were exclusively the only way to become legends. And often those people who act based off what they see as right, when it is not involving their own survival, they work towards earning the status of legend. Meddling where you don't belong when it does not directly affect you is what I have deemed the essence of being a hero.
That makes sense.
But if that's what makes a hero, what makes a villain, a demon, a fiend?
The person who stands against them?
Oh, so they're defined by what they stand against.
Oh, yeah. If many people see someone as negative, they're the villain.
Ah,
Because if they were viewed positively, then they'd be the hero.
so it is decided by the majority, is it?
I'm not sure I'd put it as a majority. I never really thought about the lawyer terms for it, but in general terms, I'd say it's how they're perceived. For example, someone that's a hero to one people could be the villain to other people, right?
Very well, let's look at
Say in a war.
vampires. There is a ancient vampire.
Oh,
His name is
the
Vane.
king of... I was about...
Vane is known for two things. The slaughter of millions. And the consumption of his own species as vampires. He refuses to drink the blood of anything considered mortal, meaning he is left with few options other than to drink his own people's blood. Vampires that he sires.
I see.
This action is something he's quite well known for. Some would consider it a legend. Something that vampires fear.
So he's a villain to them, right?
Yes. But would that not make him the hero to us?
Well, he didn't really benefit us, did he? Well, I guess he did, but did he do so directly enough to sway the perception on his being as a whole? Do we think back to him as a positive force?
And what do we define him as? The villain of the villain?
I don't like. Same way we define a tornado or something, I guess.
How do you define a tornado?
Something that happened and was bad to someone.
Sachi, do you have something to add?
Hmm. I mean, I suppose it could be seen as like an enemy to our enemy scenario. But also, as they said, it doesn't really benefit us, so I don't know if they would be considered anything heroic or villainous to us. Or just a thing that exists in its own realm separate from most of us.
Hey, Sachi. Hey, Sachi.
Yeah?
Quinn flashes you a thumbs up.
Sachi looks a bit confused and then goes back to focusing on the teacher.
They like feeling like they're right.
Light, do you have something to add?
Not really. I don't like the terms villains and heroes.
Then what term would you like to use, Light?
None.
And how do you categorize things?
I'm trying not to.
If you do not categorize things, how can you understand things?
Investigating, getting information.
But to get into information, you have to categorize it.
Why?
The very process of gathering information is you categorizing it to some extent.
Someone else might have categorized it somewhere different.
Yes.
Why
There's
am I
no,
the one who determines those categories?
there is no perfect way to categorize things. That is why we discuss it. So that we can each add our own perspective to it. You might take away some of how I categorize things. I might adapt and learn from how you will categorize things. Ideally, one day, there will be a perfect way to categorize things.
Then I would say putting things in just two is too specific. Not enough wiggle room. Stuff tends to be multiple things, not just one.
They walk over to the chalkboard and they use their mage hand to write on it, and they draw a graph. Well, really, it's a, what is it called? Quadrant. Goes from negative to positive and then vertically negative to positive.
Mm.
Very well. We shall plot it on this. As we go through each class, we will speak about a new myth and legend, and we will plot it on this graph.
What are the lines?
How would you like to categorize these? I'll allow you all to decide. What will the horizontal axis determine, and what will the vertical axis determine? Well, are there any suggestions?
Quinn is kind of waiting for the others to say something because Quinn themselves aren't too involved in this particular discussion.
Sachi raises a hand.
Yes, Sachi, what is your suggestion?
One excess could probably be net positive and net negative outcome if we're talking about different scenarios.
Right.
Deciding whether things are good or bad for the general population that it affected.
And then what? Perception is the other one? Or impact?
Well, what shall it be? Perception or impact? Which is more important by your standards?
Well, I think the impact is already stated in whether it's more positive or less positive. So it would
Fair
likely be the perception of others or the steps that they took to get there.
I guess it makes sense because then the figure with great impact and great perception would be a legendary hero and the opposite for a legendary villain. And there's an axis between those.
Very well. So if we have this go from from negative 100 to 100 in all directions, get someone to write down the terms of the graph in the chat. Children chat.
Alright, I will do that. Is anyone else keeping notes, like actually taking notes in the class, or am I just the only one?
I am now
I'm not.
taking proper notes, yes.
Kima started to, but then like as the thing got on, he seems to be just kind of thinking about stuff and not really taking notes.
Light has not taken notes in any class.
Alright. Then where will we place Nathan Deus?
Probably moderately good impact and good, like, high perception.
Is there any opposed?
Sachi is avoiding eye contact.
Quinn
Light
is
is
going to
looking
be
at
staring
Sachi and Kima the
directly.
whole time for this. Yeah. Do you two have anything to add?
Quinn is staring directly into Sachi's eyes.
Not looking.
Very
Yeah, I
well.
guess. I guess that's how I put Nathan Deus. He's perceived very positively overall.
Give him a number ranking.
I guess put him on 60 on the impact scale and 75 on the perception scale.
Is anyone opposed to this?
Yeah. Are you opposed to this?
She puts her head down on the desk.
Snicker.
This
Did then look
This
to
is like
Kima.
the most expressive you've kind of seen her.
Finally, some reaction.
Please don't forget to
Man,
write down
we
his
should-
ranking.
Yep, let me check.
Alright. Then, the last person that we shall rank for today. Wukong.
Hmm. Wait, what was the
Wukong
thing
is
again? Impact
difficult.
or people helped?
Negative and positive perception, and negative and positive impact.
He's had a very big impact and it's been overall perceived as negative. Because even the good things the Celestial Nations have done aren't necessarily attributed to him.
What is
What
impact
ranking?
like? Huh.
Well, the destruction of a society would be seen as negative, correct? So it was in
Yes.
defense of a greater society.
I would say negative impact.
Alright.
Oh? Quinn leans forward. Why is that?
Because we wouldn't put people on this chart that have no impact. So I would say it that's Was what they did more destructive or more towards creation and
Well, they were preserving a society, like they said. Is it
with a
not
huge
good for
destruction?
for a leading member of a nation to preserve itself?
That's what I would put on the perception.
Well, do we know if they ever attempted peace talks? Or anything more constructive than destroying all their enemies?
You mean with the Nightar?
Yeah.
Or in general? Because with the Nightar, I believe they did, though I don't have the full story.
Mostly in
Maybe we
general
could,
with Wukong's specifics accent.
Oh yeah,
With
Wukong
Wukong
maybe we could
specifically
go
action. I can speak. Never mind.
with
No,
impact
no.
in like maybe we could go with impact in like terms of
Yeah, we
did
need a
they
viewpoint
save
for
more
this.
lives or destroyed more lives? And even if
We
they
can't
said
judge that.
saved,
Wukong is part of a council of sorts. We really need a
I
viewpoint for
think
this.
I also don't
that
really
like
think we've learned enough about him yet.
isn't that like the whole point of this class to just right now guess and then maybe change it later?
Yeah, that's what I think.
I can
So
guarantee that the initial decisions that you're making in regards to people will be nowhere close to where you end up putting them after all is said and done.
yeah.
Right,
I
so
see
do we all
impact in like
settle on negative impact, positive perception then?
we don't even know perception is too positive.
Well, if we link his perception to
Found this is seen fairly negative by many people, so
the founders seem very negatively here because this is a mortal nation. They're seen very positively among celestials.
okay.
Not from what I've heard.
Well, yeah, because now the celestial nation is, poof. But when they ruled, even if, they were a bit complicated, I am fairly sure they were viewed positively as a force keeping the celestials together against the war that hated them. It's all about
I
point
heard
of view.
they weren't around very much. It was more like a
No.
fear culture than anything.
Maybe, but they were still people who were keeping order. And I have it on good authority they were known to interject whenever things got ugly, which meant they were
that doesn't
trusted to
need
do
to be
so
seen
on some extent.
positively by the people. I personally would put him impact someone in somewhere in the negative 50s and perception
All right.
somewhere between negative 10 and positive 10.
All right, I can agree with that. It's not where I would put it, but
Where would you put him?
positive impact, positive perception.
Why positive impact?
He was doing the best for his society. I think he preserved it.
But if you killed more people to do that, wouldn't that be a net negative impact?
They're more solution than our Nightars.
He didn't only kill the Nightars. Didn't he kill more than he saved?
Are we sure about that?
I've heard he was kind of a
You just
combat
said he's
brute.
basic.
Oh yeah, I heard that
You
too.
said
In
he was
fact, I'm fairly sure he killed my aunt once.
You just said he was basically a big mass murderer, so I think we can assume that he
Don't
killed more
like the
people
guy.
than saved.
Pretty rude guy.
Aren't
Never
most
really met him
adventurers simply
personally, but-
mass murderers?
Could be.
No, they're mercenaries.
What is the difference?
Motivation.
But we haven't put motivation as on the chart.
Oh yeah, but what I mean is that adventurers, you pay them to do something, they're going to do it. From what I hear, Wukong just really wants to fight, so he just kills people.
That's why I put him on the negative impact.
You can do that.
Well, we've got to come to some sort of consensus.
I agree if well, I agree that we should put him as Light said. And low negative, negative, negative impact 50s and positive perception 10. Is that okay with everyone?
Yep.
Very well.
Looking at Kima. You said nothing for a while.
I've just been thinking about some stuff.
Is Kima next
Thinking
to Quinn?
about
Probably.
Quinn puts a hand awkwardly on your shoulder.
Kima gives us
Ooh.
a soft smile.
They patted a few times. There. Everything's gonna be just fine.
Like
I
gives you a
think.
thumbs up behind Kima.
Quinn nods a bit hysterically.
Alright. Then that's where we can end that class for now. What would you
Alright.
like to do after that class?
I'd like to approach Sachi.
I have a few more questions to other things.
Alright.
So this point system, how does it
Yes.
work?
I feel like you've done a good enough job, I'll reward you with a point. If I think you've done a bad job, aren't paying attention, aren't valuing my time or your own, I'll reduce a point. Even if I just feel like you should lose one.
We have a what?
Or if I feel like you should just lose a point, I'll take one.
Are the points like capped?
You do not get to know that.
And students that change points?
I cannot say I've heard of students doing that. But I would imagine that it is possible.
Did any of us deserve a
Yes.
point today?
Kima gained 1 point, Sachi gained 1 point, and Quinn, you gained 1 point.
What? Unfair.
You didn't take notes.
And there's somewhere where we can look at the points.
You can ask any of your teachers.
Oh, so there's an interclass. I thought it was just for your class. Interesting. Oh no.
Are the points for
Oh.
each teacher individually, or are they globally between all of them? James?
They are collectively.
Oh no.
What's up, Quinn?
They look to Sachi with like a look of genuine sorrow. I am so sorry for your points when we get back to class and magical deals.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be funny.
Mm. She doesn't look that fussed.
Right, I shall be back in about 15 minutes.
Alright. Guess
Oh.
we can roleplay until then.
That was good.
Oh. Everyone want to grab something to eat?
Hmm.
Huh? I'm so
Quinn
hungry.
is looking between the three of you very intently.
What?
I'm trying to think of who I'm gonna try to bribe to carry me down the stairs next.
Sachi opened her book back up.
What's you reading? Oh, it's a really cool book. Show the Book of Viral Darkness.
Don't you know what she's reading? It's a book.
Thanks, mean
Lights
girl.
picking on quick.
But yeah, what are you reading? What's it on? What's it about?
It's about the bad blood between Asimars and Tieflings.
Ooh, books on racism. Cool.
That
Is there any
last class
solutions to
got
it?
me
You're reading
curious.
that. Funny that you're reading that book while Quinn made the point about the other teacher.
It is
Things just come
ironic.
together. Yeah, that
I
was the
have
word.
a.
Ironic.
Not only do I have an incredible eye for people, but also for circumstances. It's one of my many talents, really.
Good joke.
Sometimes my genius, it's almost frightening.
So, I want to grab something to eat.
I think I'm just gonna go get some fresh air.
I think I'm gonna sleep. We didn't sleep yet.
No,
I want
just
to do that
power
after
naps.
eating.
Yeah, we just power napped, but I do want to sleep. Do we have any classes today?
Oh, I think it was the only one. So,
I think we only have
I
one per
also
day.
wanted to explore the school.
See, I'd love to do that. But to do that, I'd have to go ask for the Greater Restoration thing, and I have the utmost faith that's gonna bite us in the ass in some way, shape, or form.
Nah. Oh, also want to test something out.
See, my answer to that is usually yes, but when you say it like that, no.
Come on. I want to
Wow,
find
you're
out
a
how
bad
these points
influence.
work. Listen, if it's possible to swap them around for your students, it opens so many possibilities.
Are you? They furrow their eyebrows in genuine confusion. Are you trying to open a drug ring?
Oh, gambling ring.
Oh, that's okay then. Wait,
I'm sure that's not gonna lead to anything bad.
what's the worst that could happen?
Like I'm sure no one's gonna start fighting over points or anything like that.
I like how
I
the
need to
person
put
trying to open a gambling ring with points, person without points.
like I'm still in the concept stages and I don't even know if it's possible yet, but
You're broke.
what?
Broke. You have no points.
I have some points. I just didn't get any this class.
You don't have anything to gamble.
Teacher. Stupid teacher. See,
Probably should have learned how to ride.
point of opening a gambling ring. Not to gamble yourself.
Probably should have
How
learned how to
exactly are you
ride.
gonna make any profits from this then?
Taxes, obviously. We're gonna pull a Zathix.
That's still something I need to work out, but before that I need to find out if it's even possible, so.
Well, I wish you luck. And Kima gets like stands up.
Might hire you
When
as a bouncer.
ask where you're going.
I'm gonna go take a walk and then I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm
They
not
pause and
feeling
they
that great.
walk up to you with a concerned look on their face, though a bit uncomfortable. Is everything okay?
Yeah, just that what the teacher was saying there just gave me a lot to think about that I don't think I was really prepared for. So it's kind of just taking
You
it
can
all
always,
in, really.
you can always go do
Want us
something
to
else.
walk
Can
with
get
you?
distraction.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Quinn said that we can always go do
Yes.
something else if you need a distraction.
It's okay. I know you wanted to go to sleep, and I'm probably gonna do the same, to be honest.
Well, yeah, but you look like someone just killed your puppy, and I'm worried.
I hope my puppy's okay.
You have a puppy?
Yeah, I have a blink dog.
Oh shit. Where is he?
I couldn't bring him with me.
Want one?
Maybe with enough points you get the ability to do it. Might know a place where you can get points.
Why are you like this?
I don't know if spending points would
Like
let
what?
me get my dog and let me keep my dog at school, but
They mentioned
Eh,
vaguely to
seems-
you, Light.
Like what?
Yeah,
I don't know.
sure you don't. Hey, Sachi.
Just judging my personality all the time without explaining what you find wrong
Hey, Sachi.
about it.
Yeah?
What do you think about liches?
sorry, we just have like some maintenance people coming into the flat.
It's okay. It was funny.
I'm
Yeah, you're so interested in liches.
distracted. I can't talk about that right now. She picks up her book and leaves.
Of course.
She looks
Bye,
rather
have a good day.
uncomfortable.
We'll figure her out someday.
Maybe she's a lich. Are you a lich?
Me?
No, her. Wait,
Can't
are
hear
you a
you
lich?
as she flies away.
She might be one. Ah.
Is it mean of me to say she's very mockable?
Oh no.
I mean, a little.
I like her, but it's so easy.
I'm trying to hold back here.
I am too. It's just you get it,
Also,
right?
Quinn,
Yes?
you mentioned about the collapse of the Celestial Nation.
Yeah?
What happened?
Correct.
Well, Nathan vanished. Possibly dead, possibly not.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
No one really knows. I don't think he's dead. I know for a fact that when big ass church heads use too much power to get, they kind of go, you know, zzz, and they make a sleeping motion.
Yeah,
I
but
think the last thing I got told about him was that he got stabbed by his son.
I never stabbed my dad.
No, he means
Oh, no, not
Archegaius.
you, the other one.
Oh right, I never did get to meet him.
Yeah,
Yeah, mom told me about that.
I'm not sure where he is right now.
Who
Point is, I'm fairly.
is your mom? Never mind.
I don't think he's gonna tell us. Hey, Light, who's your mom?
Well, anyway, that kind of confirms my suspicion about my dad, so that's great.
Suspicion?
When he
You okay?
left, I don't know.
What happened?
I
Come on, talk to me.
it's just when my dad left the Feywild, he was gonna return soon, and then I heard nothing, and I came here, and now I know why.
He's probably in a coma. I'm sure he really wants to see you.
I don't know.
Well, from what people tell me, Nathan Days was a huge bleeding heart.
Yeah. I only heard good from him. Except that one thing, but it was weird.
What one thing?
Oh, nothing.
Come on, you can tell me.
So, okay, I got told that he just killed a friend of him.
Oh yeah, Varus. I heard about that.
Yeah, that guy.
Like, that's what happened to
Who is
Varys?
Yeah, apparently.
I knew he died. God.
Yeah, no one really
I-
knows what would happen then.
I only know that Nathan stabbed him.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess we don't really have a way to finding out why until we find the guy.
If he's even
Yeah.
still alive.
Well, he then better be.
I hope so, but
Well, my
Don't
mom
trust
really
me
doesn't,
on
but
all
I
of
want.
this. Like, most of what I know is just from one source.
I know, but I still appreciate the information. It's more than I've been getting for the past 2 years, I'll tell you that much.
Fair enough. Mom and dad tell me a lot
Did you
about
get
stuff,
some
including
information on your dad?
yeah. Mom and dad told me a lot about your dad, but you know,
Yeah, I know. I don't know too much about your parents, but I know that ours never really got on too well.
So,
yeah. Well,
Wait.
dad didn't really
you
like or dislike Nathan too much. They seem to resent him for some reason. Something about a punch.
Yeah, my dad mentioned something about your dad doing something really bad that hurt a lot of people.
Yeah,
Which
that's they were dumb.
I wanna say I don't have any resentment for that in any way.
Thank
Like
you.
I want you to know that because I don't care what your parents did. I care about you as the individual.
Oh, thank you. That's
so
actually really nice. I don't know how to deal with that shit.
I so your parents also knew my father, didn't they?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I've heard a lot of
Dad-
stories about your dad from my dad.
Dad loved Uncle
They talked
Shadow.
about him? Oh, really?
You have no
Not that
idea.
I'm interested.
Yeah, I heard that your dad was a great guy.
He was the best.
Skilled,
Was?
intelligent, cared for his friends.
Well, what I know is that he was really funny. He really quick. He liked to get money. He had something with money. I don't really know what
Yeah,
it was
very
about.
very rich and very fast. If I were to sum it up into two words.
Yeah. Dad said that Uncle Shadow was the only reason they didn't like go really bad when they were young.
Wait, what did you say?
Yeah, Dad said that the only reason they didn't go like super bad when they were young was because Uncle Shadow was with them, and they went on all sorts of like wacky adventures and stuff.
Yeah, that's what mom told me too.
I heard
Apparently
the main
his
reason
best
that my
friend
dad
is-
didn't try and kill
Yeah.
your dad was because of your dad, and I can point between.
Yeah, I get it.
I point between like between Quinn and Light.
Checks out.
But if he
Yeah,
was
Dad used to
such a
say
good
that
guy, then
Uncle
why?
Shadow was a very protective person, so he's probably out there doing something he cares about or something.
How
Or he overdosed.
do he cares about? What?
He overdosed. I didn't know that.
I
He
hear
No, I don't.
I hear his best friend was Shiro. Aside from my dad. Then Shiro is a huge
Why
druggie.
should I care? I
Oh,
don't.
they walk up to you, Light. If it matters
I'm back.
at all to you, if we ever find your dad, I am willing to punch him in the dick for you.
Me too.
I
They flash
I
you
don't
an
care.
awkward thumbs up.
I don't care.
You don't need to care. You can want to
Yeah.
kick someone in the balls for no reason.
I just looks to the ground.
You don't even need to have balls. I mean, look at Sachi.
Kiva laughs at that.
Let's get something to eat.
Okay. James, we're gonna go get down and get something to eat.
As
And
they're
as
walking,
we're-
Kiva turns
Oh.
to Quinn and Light. Thanks, guys. That helped.
Okay, good, because I'm like super incompetent socially, so I had no idea if I was like fucking up something big.
I mean, I think you've been doing a pretty good
I
job so
just-
far.
God knows how.
By just walking a few Light is walking a few steps behind, still looking to the ground. Yeah, yeah.
No, that sucks. We really should try and find Uncle Shadow. And your dad, I guess.
It's weird that they both disappeared, though. I wonder if that's connected.
My dad disappeared too.
Light
Oh,
looks
sorry.
up, shakes her head. Race you to the bottom, and she sprints her head.
Motherfucker, forgot to ask it to carry me. Shit.
Alright, hop on.
Yes! They do that?
Hmm.
Did we just
So,
leave Sachi? Oh no, Sachi flew off after I asked her about liches.
Yeah.
Funny part
So
is,
you two are going to sleep?
I'm gonna get something to eat first.
James,
Doing
where
anything
can we
else?
get greater restored? Oh yeah, a lot.
If you come across a cleric, pretty much just ask them to do it.
I will ask them with a very fake smile. Hello, Mr. Cleric, can you please restore me?
Go ahead and do so.
Wow, that worked.
Yeah, I'm surprised too.
Okay, you get to sleep. I'll do cool
No,
shit.
no, if that's an option, I think I'm gonna... Yeah, is there any benefit to sleeping if you can just do that?
Like getting your components back.
Sorry, what?
Okay, so doing too many actions in one day can get you a level of exhaustion. Not sleeping also can get you a level of exhaustion.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna sleep then. There's no real point not to if it's... Like, yeah, sure, it's more productive, but it's not like I'm
We're not in
like
any
part for time or
rush.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so after we get something to eat, I go to my tower and go to sleep.
I will do the same.
Alright.
But not to Kima's tower this time. So that would be funny.
I'll stay awake and do shit.
Alright. What do you like to do? To specify that at some other point.
First... What did you say, James?
Would you like to specify that at some other point, or would you like to specify it now?
Oh no, I can do it now. First I'm going to grab some weapons.
Right.
Let me quickly remove those. No, please. Why can't I edit my fucking sheet? Oh, there it is. So, what weapons can I get?
Weapons you want to get.
A short bow.
Okay. Able to get a short bow.
What kind of? Any plus weapons?
+2.
Oh. No, where do we have items? Short bow +2. A bunch of arrows.
The arrows.
20.
You get 20 plus 1 arrows.
Okay. And then short sword.
A plus 1 short sword.
Plus what?
Plus 1. These are all masterwork bonuses, by the way.
Give me a second. Okay, so plus 1 short sword and 2 daggers.
Okay. Plus 2 and a plus 0.
Okay, that's that. I have a uniform. That. Thieves' tools.
Okay.
No.
Yep.
And can I get a bag of holding?
Yep, you can request a bag of holding.
Okay.
Here are you requesting?
What did you say?
What tier bag of holding are you requesting?
Tier 1 for now.
Right.
Do they need to make that or?
They have bags of holding.
Okay. Whew. Fuck, what else can I get? Ring of teleportation.
Shadow immediately get
Hey.
lets it light. Sorry.
But when you
light
ask for
immediately.
that, you are informed that you have run out of points.
Oh. So what did cost points and what didn't cost points?
Everything costs points.
Gotcha.
Light went from having the second most points to having the least points.
Oh yeah, but also I have the best equipment.
James, can you go into debt with points, or are you capped at reaching 0?
Question. Find out.
All right, but
So
all right.
did I buy all of this with a student or with a teacher?
A lot of it would have been with students.
So students can take away my points?
Yep.
I would ask one of them how they do that.
Usually we're providing services through our class, and with that we have our teacher's authorization for a point reduction. If we unfairly deduct points, then, well, we lose privileges and we're removed from the class and possibly the school.
So to like make deals with points, you need the teacher's authorization for it.
Usually.
Oh, that's sad. Means I need to get a teacher and how can I pay them? I'll find something. Okay, thank you.
Alright, best of luck. You go there now.
weren't there like these afternoon these other classes?
You've just got to take, I believe, 2 per week. You can take them on whatever day you
Oh.
like.
Can I take more?
Yes.
Because as long as the others are sleeping, I can just go to one of those and that in.
But you've already missed the start of this one.
Did you say?
Already missed the start of this class?
Oh, it already started.
Yes, it starts, I believe, an hour after the previous class ends. Like 33 minutes after the last class ends.
Then I wait for the second one to start, because I think
Okay.
there are 2 in the day. And I just explore the school grounds and keep an eye out for anything that seems unusual.
Okay, so the sun begins to set. Staying up throughout the night. And by that I mean, are you going to a class at the night? Which class are you going to?
No, if the sun begins to if the sun begins to set, then I would also go to sleep.
Okay. Everyone else wakes up at around 3 in the morning.
Nice.
No, you woke up much earlier than that.
Sorry, who?
Kima.
Yeah.
Oh, I am?
France.
Pardon?
France.
Sorry, I still didn't hear what you said.
Elven trance.
Oh, but I'm a half-elf.
I believe they still get that, don't they?
I don't think so.
Yes, you are cursed with sleep then, which is unfortunate for you.
Yeah. I feel like it's also like kind of messing him up a little bit because he's not used to needing to sleep. Because don't you only need to sleep once a month in the Feywild?
Yep.
So he's just kind of a bit groggy and not used to being this tired.
The Feywild sounds perfect for me in real life. Can I go there?
Mini
Oh,
arc
you
where we all
don't-
go to the Feywild on holiday.
How many?
We're doing so
Like,
well, Nathan.
Fuck!
Do we actually only this is meta? Does the Feywild actually you only need to sleep once in a month in the Feywild? Is that the duration of a day in the Feywild, James?
Yes.
Is that why there's only a night per month?
Yep.
But what's the duration of the night?
You do not know.
Nah. Fair enough.
Oh, so close. Anyway, when I get up, I'm gonna I don't know if this is there like any sort of training grounds at the school that people can go
Yes.
to? Alright, I'm gonna head there.
Right. How would you like to train against living opponents, creature or beast opponents, or just statue opponents?
Well, I'm trying to do more of like stat training than like combat training essentially.
Okay, what sort of training?
Dexterity. So I'm trying to see if there's any area that I could like
There are buildings you can
try and
jump
do like
over.
yeah, fair enough, I guess.
Right. And are you doing that till 7 AM?
I need 8 hours for it to be effective, right?
Yep, but you can record partial amount.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll do that till 7.
Okay, so 4 hours later. Sachi, what are you doing? Study, I assume?
Yeah.
Alright. Quinn?
Quinn will head to a library. There is one.
There is.
They will also request some food.
The library?
No, before going then.
Okay, you manage to get food.
They will consume it and they go to the library.
Right.
Where they will spend time studying. And I would like to register this as intelligence training.
Right.
And they are going to register, I believe, 4 hours of this, right?
Right. Then you'll get your letters.
Cool.
When do I wake up?
My letter like flies to me as I'm like mid jump between two buildings,
You should be
I have to,
waking
like,
up
cat-
at 6 a.m., so 1 hour before letters go out.
and I like catch it and like stumble to and like do a bad landing onto the building. So, what
Okay,
class do we
I
have
will-
today?
Arcane Theory.
Oh.
Ema looks at that shit.
Like looks at this shit.
Quinn looks at this, gets excited, and remembers themselves and goes, shit.
How long till Arcane Fury class?
Starts 1 hour before midday. In other words, in 3 hours.
Do I know where the building
4 hours.
that this takes place is in?
There are arrows on a piece of paper pointing in the correct direction.
I'm going to continue doing my training because I'm like jumping building to building. But I want to start jumping in that direction so I can case out the building. And see what it's like.
Alright.
I'm just walking around, still exploring. Any interesting? How many other students are walking around?
Thousands.
Okay. How old do they seem?
They range from 3 to 4 years of age all the way into their 30s. But most of them are between
wow.
around 5 and 16. Then about 90% of them are between 5 and 16.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I would look around for the others.
Alright.
Do I find anyone?
Yeah, you'd probably come across at least 4. not Forkwell.
Kima?
Kima. Just don't have his name up in front of me.
What is he doing right now?
Moving from rooftop to rooftop rather awkwardly.
I do a jump and then I'm like,
why
I'm
not?
about to fall off, but I grab the edge at the very last second and pull myself up.
You see light climbing past you. Standing
I
on
was
the
just about to
rooftop.
say, you make this look
I-
way too easy. Hi.
I do. Thanks.
Yeah, when you do it, it looks cool. When I do it, it looks awkward. I'm trying to get better, though.
Don't worry. And I hold out a hand to help him up.
I take it.
So, sleeping well?
Yeah, I did. And now I've just been doing this for the past couple of hours.
Jumping?
Jumping, trying to work on landing more dexterously.
What? You need to. If you want to land better, don't just land on your feet. Try to, like, take the energy and put it into your run afterwards. Best thing is if you just roll.
Okay. I give that a try.
Okay.
See?
Does it work?
More speed
or-
afterwards.
It's helpful. The help action.
Oh, that did help.
Huh? Oh, I also found something out.
Yeah? What did you find out?
Light starts throwing a dagger in the air and catching it again. You can't get shit.
I knew that, but that is some pretty good quality weapons.
Yeah. What do they cost?
Oh, okay, that's what we can spend our points on then.
Exactly.
Did you get that from a staff member or from students?
Students.
Okay. So we can exchange points between each other then.
Yes, but no.
Elaborate. Not to sound like one of our
You
teachers, but
need-
elaborate.
You need privileges from the teachers to be able to do it.
Okay, that shouldn't be too hard to acquire if you're wanting to.
Yeah, but if you misuse those privileges, you can get thrown out. Huh,
Ah.
still. Just need to find a teacher who's not too, like, strict with all of those rules.
Yeah, and then you might be able to get your plan up and running. Did you see what we've
Yeah.
got today?
Oh, yeah, Arcade Fury.
Yeah. I mean,
Not
I know
my favorite.
Quinn will probably like that, but I can't make heads or tails of it.
Hey, if they can answer all the questions we might not get asked.
That is true.
Where are they
It's
even?
actu- I don't know. Actually, I wanted to get an early start on the training, so I think I missed that. I missed them, and I haven't seen Sachi
Hmm.
either. I was actually on my way to the building we're supposed to
Right.
have arcane practice at. I wanted to check that place out to see if it had an elevator
No, I come
stair.
with you.
or stairs.
Getting a head start. Yeah, I follow
So-
him.
Yeah, still just like awkward jumping, but it looks better than it did before.
Every 3 rooftops, light is like waiting for Kima to catch up.
Sachi, I assume you've gone directly to the class early? Okay, this is the same class that you took last year, but this is a new teacher.
Interesting. Have I seen them around before?
No.
Alright. As I'm reading, I'm also kind of watching their mannerisms to see if I can learn a little bit about them.
Give me an investigation check.
Yeah.
Not having much luck.
Fair enough.
Uh-huh.
They appear to be writing things on a chalkboard already. Started in the top left corner and they've continued down to the bottom right. Using multiple mage hands to write this out.
Alright. What does it look like there? Like, what's the content like?
If this is supposed to start as an introduction class, this is not being treated as an introduction class.
Interesting.
So James, is there stairs up to this class?
There is an elevator.
Oh, that's a refreshing change of pace.
Of course.
Yeah, I get the feeling something's wrong with this.
Oh, you don't need to be so cynical.
Take it.
Well, not now. We've still got like how long till class starts, James?
Half an hour.
I don't think it's gonna take us half an hour to get up an elevator.
But it could take you half an hour to get up all the stairs, so that's why you spawn early.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to head up now, or should we wait for Quinn?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. How long would you like to wait for? How long are you waiting for?
Like 20 minutes.
Okay, 20 minutes pass and Quinn still has not shown up.
Are they really going to be late?
That or they're already here.
Yeah. Maybe, maybe not. I'll just take. Let's go up. I'll take the elevator.
Alright. Elevator goes up. Then you arrive at the class. Oh,
Did I
starting.
see that?
So, starting with the first person who arrived there. That would have been Sachi.
Start what?
Archie was there about 45 minutes to an hour earlier.
Yeah. So only Sachi is there, or
Sachi got there first, so I'm just showing them what they saw when they first got there.
okay.
So, Sachi, this is the teacher.
Oh my gosh.
And then you walk in, and you see them.
Okay.
Who walks in?
Quinn.
Oh, okay.
They pause. At this point, Quinn they had like a few notebooks with them. They were writing on a bit haphazardly. And they pause. They look up. They blink a few times. They rub at their eyes. They look at Sachi and they mutter, "That's not funny."
Sit down, open your book, start writing things down.
Does that sound like my mother?
Yep.
Shit. Okay. I sit down. I open my notes. I start writing things down, and I say, "Yes, mother."
Sachi was reading, but she looks up at this, looks at them, looks at you, looks at them.
Quinn looks absolutely
slowly looks over
devastated
at you.
emotionally.
Goes back to reading.
This
Okay.
is the equivalent of getting punched in the face.
You two are right there.
Oh, you're already here. Light
Yes.
goes up to Quinn's desk. We waited for you on down the stairs.
You should sit down.
When
Why?
did you
You're
get up
late.
here? We are late?
Yes. Don't make me repeat
James,
myself.
are we late?
Sit down. Nope, you are at least 10 minutes early.
We are early.
Wrong. When the first student gets here, the class begins. Sit down, open your book, begin.
And put that on the note next time. How should we know?
Constitution saving throw.
Six.
You begin turning to stone. Next Constitution saving throw.
What?
Continue turning to stone.
What?
Eva just looks horrified. What the hell did you do?
Quinn sighs. Sit down. It's better for you.
I can't move.
Final
sit
Constitution
down.
saving throw.
Can I move?
You were trying to as you were petrified. Right, now it's time for class to
Why
begin.
the...
Quinn raised their
Am I
hand.
completely petrified?
Yep.
Quinn raised their hand.
Yes, Quinn.
Mother, permission to get them greater restored?
After class.
They will miss this first one then.
Unfortunate for them.
Yes, mother.
Alright. Beginning with you, Kima. What do you know about... What do you know about arcane magic?
Not much, but as far as I know, arcane magic is magic that one can learn, that one learns through hard work and dedicated study. It's like mathematics in the sense that it has structure and formula and doesn't require faith like divine magic does, or pulling on nature like primal magic does.
Quinn, continue.
Right, should I roll Arcana here, James?
Sure.
Kiva has like an internal sigh of relief that was actually the correct answer.
13.
All right.
Do I know anything else that I should say specifically?
Specifically, no. He's asking for general knowledge.
Arcane magic is generally a method of accessing and manipulating reality through the spells we cast, either as rituals or normally. It has the differences Kima stated to the other two more common forms of magical, and is most commonly used by sorcerers and by wizards. Arcane magic isn't necessarily only applied through learned through study. One can have some sort of innate grasp over it, as proven by the sorcerers who generate what the weave it is usually based on.
Sachi, continue.
It also tends to be more created than discovered as opposed to the other types of magic, whereas divine and primal are often shown to them by their sources. Arcane is more put together by the sorcerers and wizards who wield it.
Now, what makes arcane magic the most important of the three magic types? Archie.
Opinion?
Wrong. Kima.
Arcane magic is the most versatile of the magic types.
Wrong. Quinn.
Quinn pauses for a second. It is the only one you learn.
Correct. Why is that?
Well, divine magic is taken from the divine. It's not something you design, you create. Not a product of yourself. Primal magic is already there. Arcane magic is something you make yourself, you discover yourself, you understand yourself. Its power is proportional to your use of it, your creativity, your discoveries, understanding of the world and how it works.
They look to you, Kima. Continue.
With my okay. Can I roll something here?
Can you repeat that?
Can I roll something to see if I can think of anything
Sure.
else to add to this?
Primal... No, I probably wouldn't give that to you for a 5.
James, just remind me, she's asking specifically what makes arcane magic the
Best magic type.
most... Yeah.
She's not even trying to hide her bias. I love her.
Yeah.
Fucking hater.
Kima kind of like scratches the back of his head. Well, arcane magic is consistent as opposed to divine and primal magic, while primal magic can get stronger depending on factors like the seasons or the moon, and divine magic can be stronger based on the amount of faith in the individual you can draw your power from, arcane magic grows and develops with you, so therefore you're reliant on yourself and not on outside factors.
Very close. 1 point to Kima. What you left out there is, while divine magic is given to someone, primal magic is always there. Arcane magic is the magic type that you take and make your own. How many of you have made something with your own hands?
Kima raises a
Archer
hand.
puts her hands up.
James, have I made anything with my own hands?
I believe you took alchemy as a class.
Then I raise my hand.
Light would be petrified in the state that it looks like she raised her hand.
Nice.
Alright. So, when you make something with your own hands, you understand it better, don't you?
I believe so.
Alright, everyone stand up and come over here.
I do so.
I
Still
do so.
standing.
Me as well.
He hands out a piece of parchment to all three of you. Now, we are going to fold these into paper airplanes. He's going to conjure up an illusion of the exact instructions that you must follow for this.
Alright.
I do so.
I do so.
Same.
Now, come over here. She opens the window. Throw these as far as you can. Whoever gets the
Maybe
furthest
you-
gets a point. Whatever means you have.
Whatever means I have.
Correct.
They look to Sachi as if considering something. Sachi, you notice him look at your wings.
I do not count as being thrown. I don't think.
No, but you could fly really far up and throw them.
Do be quick about this, we do not have all day for this part of the lesson.
I gave you an idea. What do you say?
No.
Alright. James, they will... Let me check something.
What would throwing a paper airplane be? Like, stat-wise?
A dexterity
It's not.
attack roll.
It'd be strength.
No, I think dexterity.
I know, I was just trying to make it something that I'm actually good at. Because if it's not strength, I don't have anything to boost this. I don't think.
The paper airplane weighs under a pound, right?
Yep.
Okay. That won't work then. I will. Could you repeat the exact wording of what she said to do?
To throw these things as far as you can. Don't care what method,
words.
magic, mundane.
Would I be able to surmise if Mage Hand putting it out as far as it can go and throwing it from there, if that would count as its distance, or would that just be from wherever it starts?
Chand would be unable to do so.
Why is that?
Chand cannot take the attack action.
To manipulate an object? It's not really an attack.
It's still throwing something, and that's something that Mage Hand is supposed to be unable to do.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I think the only real thing I can do is just throw it manually. Like, if I can't use strength, I'm gonna have to use dex, which is not great for me.
Quite so. Unfortunately, I do not have the magical resources to do this.
Yup, it was not a difficult set of instructions.
Would we be considered proficient with paper airplanes?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess I add my proficiency bonus to this at least.
Yep, I'm gonna just throw it manually.
Alright.
I'm gonna boost it with prestidigitation. There's a
Right.
couple other things, but they don't apply to this.
Don't have that yet.
Could I use trip attack on a paper airplane?
I think you know the answer to that.
Just saying, technically speaking, I could trip attack throw the airplane at their airplanes to stop them, but then have mine go further.
Yeah, but
Please
no,
do.
yours would collide too and just drop down.
I know, I'm just saying. It'd be funny. Imagine getting knocked prone by a paper airplane.
I think, yeah, that should be alright. It should be the same as the dagger attack. So let me check.
James, how long are we doing today?
That is pretty much up to you all.
I woke
20.
up early so we could play as much as we want. I'm gonna use an inspiration to 15.
Okay. 16, 15, and what
If
did
we're
you get?
proficient, I get +4 to that, so 20.
20? Okay, and
So
what did you get,
I
Sergeant?
want to. I haven't rolled yet. What is it? It's a dex?
Dex check. With proficiency.
Okay. I want to use prestidigitation and a little flap of my wings if I can to try and boost it. I don't know if I like add something to it or what, but
You keep rolling privately. 12. Dexterity's proficiency.
oops.
Alright. So. Wow. Everyone got a nat 1 as their second result.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Druid.
Kima, you throw yours the furthest, followed by Sachi, followed by Quinn. When you turn around, Alice appears to have changed clothes. Alright. Now, without the instructions, you are going to make your own paper airplane design.
Alright.
I'm still petrified.
Yep. If any of you can get
Oh.
further than mine, I will unpetrify them. Everyone fine with that?
I believe so.
Alright. Have at it.
Do we roll for that? Do we just actually come up with paper airplane designs?
Me a dexterity and what would that be? Dexterity wisdom craft check? No, dexterity
Oh no.
intelligence craft check. Well, that's about what I expected.
Corinne, I have a
You
design for
picked
you.
two of my worst stats. I don't know what you were.
Kima, you've come up with the revolutionary idea of a paper
Oh.
ball.
Wait, I don't think I'm not that dumb. Come on.
Well, the
Technically, it's not for
DC was 10 and you got a 8.
I have no bonuses to anything aside from strength and card.
Hey, James. I'm going to theme.
Okay?
Oh shit! You have a theme?
I have. Okay, wait, can I use Alyssa's themes? James?
You cannot.
Sorry? Oh, so I'm not going to theme. That's unfortunate.
Wait, quick question, James. If I get enough paper and like scrunch it up into a ball, would I be able to use strength for it to throw it?
But it isn't that you can't put enough force behind it. It's that you cannot get it to to go in the direction that you want easily.
Yeah, but like I can still throw it. Like it's not about going a certain direction, is it? It's about just getting it to go far, right?
Allow an athletics
goal-
check for something that's just unelegantly designed. You get enough paper? Make me an athletics check instead.
Nice.
Alright.
Not 20.
Nice.
Make the wisdom. Sorry, the intelligence.
Let's see. 20 minus 1. First result 6. 5. Can I take the 12? For the 11?
Alright.
Nice. I'm taking the 12 for the 11.
That is 20... 22? 21? 31? That is quite well made. Actually, have made a better one than the previous one. Okay. So, we have Kima's paper ball, Kima's paper ball, Quinn's elegant plane, and Sachi's bundle of paper.
It looks cool though.
Bundle of paper? How do
She
you
rolled
get
quite
that
well,
to
though.
19?
You may
Mother?
all begin, starting with you, Quinn.
Mother,
Yes?
I would like to request that you unpetrify the light.
Request has been noted.
The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the people they have around them. They are more dexterous than I. Thus, if I get them to throw my paper airplane for me, it's gonna fly faster.
I do not care. Follow the instructions that I have requested. If you are
Fair
incapable of unpetrifying them yourself, then they are not an asset that you can use in this situation.
That is correct. I keep forgetting why.
Bitch.
22.
Nice.
Okay. You're up.
Who is?
Well,
Your voice cut out again.
Kima,
Yeah.
you're up.
All right. So you said athletics for this then?
Yep.
All right.
Through sheer rage. Also,
Yeah,
holy
that's
shit,
about
they have a
right.
plus 10 to athletics.
I know. Plus 10, rolled a 6. Oh well.
Okay. Well, that was something. Sachi, you're up.
All right. So, Sachi takes her glorious over 1 pound ball of paper.
Oh.
She vortex warps it 60 feet away, and then quicken spell catapults it to make it go 90 feet further.
I like to imagine there's someone down there just minding their own business and just.
Gets hit by paper.
Getting hit by a lot of paper.
Yeah, but imagine
Right.
at like level 1, they just die.
Alice walks over to a piece of paper, scrunches it up, walks back over to the edge, casts Dimension Door 500 feet and just tosses the paper through, and then walks back over to the middle of the room.
Wow.
If we're far enough up, my paper airplane has a chance.
I have a question. I'm gonna ask it once I.
When she walks over to the middle of the room, she unpetrifies light.
And what?
I no longer have a question.
I no longer have a
What
question.
was this?
I believe it was called petrification.
Why?
I do not appreciate interruptions in my class. When I request something, you do it. Do not backchat, we can talk about it after you have followed my instructions. Is this acceptable to you?
But you haven't given me instruction.
I did, I told you to sit down.
said we were late when I said something and then you petrified me.
Take a seat. We have just finished up with an example. Right.
I did.
So, now, comparing what the instructions I gave you to the instructions you came up with, what is the notable differences?
Is she asking me or?
Everyone.
Freedom of projection.
raises
Move
her
roll
hand.
each. Yeah. As soon as you raise a hand, Quinn shuts up.
Sachi.
The difference is we each made it to our own specific to work best with our skill set.
Exactly. That is the difference between divine magic and arcane magic. Divine magic, someone has given you the rules and the instructions. With arcane magic, you make them yourself. You suit it to you. I apologize, Light, you do not have the context for this situation. So she is going to cast a major illusion and let you watch what just happened.
Before she started talking, Light just started raising her hand and putting it down again. Well, that looks fun.
The video then begins to speed up until you're caught up.
Okay. Should I try too, or is this over?
There'll be another demonstration that I believe your skill set will suit. She smirks at that. Alright.
Maybe.
Kima,
Yes.
I believe you have some experience with the divine magic.
A limited amount.
Alright, can you talk to and about that experience?
Sure. I can. So, sorry. Got something stuck in my throat there.
It's the hatred you have for Alice.
Knows no bounds.
He was more intimidated at this point than, but
Kima chokes on the echo of his father's rage.
Fight.
He's getting left out of the will now.
I'm actually trying to think, like, what would Kima know about divine magic? Well, I've already mainly talked about what I knew about divine magic. I am not too skilled in practicing divine magic myself, but I've experienced other people use it mainly for the purposes of healing and restoration. That's usually what divine magic is best to use for, or is one of the things that it can do the best. James, would Battlemaster maneuvers count as magic? Like bait and switch, for instance. Is that considered magic?
That'd be more key.
The closest thing to divine magic I have is also mixed with a small amount of primal magic, which is the rage ability.
Indeed, I'm glad that you're aware that rage itself, the core of the barbarian, channels primal magic. Now,
Oh.
I do not like primal magic. Does anyone here want to take a guess at why?
Quinn cannot do that for obvious reasons. So instead, they are nodding emphatically at I do not like primal magic.
Sachi.
Though there's
Oh.
Based on my observations, I think it may be too emotional based for you. You seem more logical and thought out, whereas primal depends more on instincts and also the flow of nature around you.
Kima?
From what I can see, you prefer to be able to build on things yourself and have control over what you make and what you do using your magic. And primal does not allow for that. Like was discussed before, primal magic is pulling on already existing magic and is connected to your like emotions often. That's why it's, you know, called rage. So that kind of ability would not be valuable to someone like yourself, based on how you value magic and what it's capable of.
Light.
Primal magic is chaotic and you like order?
Reasonable attempts.
I was petrified for half of it.
Where primal magic falls short is in the fact that all effects are consistent for it. You can bend an arcane spell to suit your needs in other ways. A primal spell will always do the effect that it says. If you've studied a primal spell, you understand that it will always work that way. But if you study an arcane spell, there's always augmentations that you can make to improve it for you. For example, if you're aware of the fireball spell, you could augment it to change its element. If you are a druid, and you, for example, had the fireball spell, it would always be the fireball spell. You would have to start from the ground up to construct a spell that does the cold variant. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, arcane magic is more versatile, but primal magic is more reliant then?
That is a reasonable way to put that.
What's with wild magic?
Wild magic is not true magic. Wild magic is the result of simply fools who have messed with magic beyond their own understanding. Someone who wields wild magic is not a master of the arcane. They are a victim of the arcane. Let magic tell them how it can be used, not them telling magic how it will be used.
Ah.
That is why wild magic is most often practiced by sorcerers. Sorcerers, while possessing an innate talent and mastery, have not earned their craft. They do not know the intricacies of every spell they cast. They master their spells phenomenally. They do not understand their spells from all aspects. They accept their magic as it is. They do not try to change it to suit them. Because the difference between a sorcerer and a wizard is, a wizard is taking magic and making it their own. A sorcerer is making themselves around their magic. Does this make sense to everyone?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I'm going to teleport you all. Does anyone plan to resist?
Could we, even if we wanted?
I do not know your capabilities and limitations. We are judging that today.
Looking at the last bit of stone on like a pinky finger. I don't think I will resist.
Very well. She is going to teleport everyone to a section of the school out in the grassy field. Now, this class is called Arcane Theory. I am not interested in just teaching the theory side of the arcane. Does anyone object to my teaching method?
Aggressive shaking of head.
Good. I'm going to summon a devil. You are all going to subdue the devil. You are not going to kill it.
And now I'm a bit concerned.
Light takes out a short bow and arrow.
Yeah, I don't have any weapons on me. Hey, could I borrow that that short sword?
I give it to Kima.
Thank you.
Alice begins drawing up a magical circle. Now, there is a specific devil I have in mind. I've prepared them ahead of time for this class. It's just going to take me a moment. And after 10 minutes of setting up the circle, it's ready. 10 minutes to prepare.
What are we allowed to do to prepare?
Whatever you like.
Whatever I like.
It was a +1 short sword, right?
Yes.
Alrighty.
So
I am permitted to go
guys?
out and find someone to cast a magic circle for me?
Sure, you've got 10 minutes.
How far away are we from the main school, James?
Probably a 15-20 minute run.
So, maybe light could, but even then getting back would be too much.
By the way, each square is not 5 feet.
How big is each square?
For the purpose of the combat, it's going to be treated as 5 feet, but just if you're planning to run to the school, it is probably a 15-minute run of running at 30 feet per round.
Okay.
But make it at least there in 10 minutes.
Yeah, you would make that payment, but have to make it there and back. It's impossible. But these are difficult.
Someone else. So, guys, I'm not able
So does
to
anyone
cast
have any
magic.
experience with dealing with devils?
No.
Direct only.
Why
I looked to Sachi.
Don't look at me.
I just wanted to double check if you had any experience.
Why not? You're so pretty.
I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but I feel vaguely insulted. Anyway,
They grin.
I have something that I can cast just before they show up that might help us out a little bit.
Oh,
All right.
What is that?
Devils count as fiends, right?
yep.
Okay.
I don't know. You can shoot it, maybe attack it with daggers, but can't do anything magic to it.
And I can't hit it with some radiant magic. Well, radiant damage, not magic. Though rage is magic, it's not as versatile as spells and won't be too useful
You're
here.
going to be you're going to be our frontliner.
I mean, yeah, that's the plan.
Can any of you guys keep it in place?
I can do my best.
I should be able to do something, as long as they're not too powerful.
Wait, didn't you hold Kima in place at some point?
Maybe.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh yeah, when you committed
Did you do anything?
suicide.
Not to Kima this time. That would be dumb.
Yeah. Just in case I can't be quite fast enough, though, I still want to put this other spell on you.
Yep.
Fine with me.
All right, sounds like a plan then.
I'll just shoot its
Where's-
legs. Maybe that helps.
Where's the summoning circle, James? Oh, thank you.
One on each.
Nice. James, what
I
are the
don't do
limitations of
myself.
health
I'm
action?
fine.
What was that,
What can I
Quinn?
help someone on?
A skill that you're proficient in, or any attack roll that you've got the same level of proficiency as them.
See. Very well.
I do this in the minute just before they show up, by the way.
Alright.
Nice.
And the round before the demon shows up, I rage.
The round
Alright.
before the demon shows up, I cast invisibility.
I'm chilling.
Then we can begin. Roll for initiative.
All right, can you roll for me, James?
Sure.
Please.
Paid.
Wow.
Okay.
By the way, this is the moment to say this now. I'm okay to continue for another, basically an hour. But if anyone would like to stop this game before the sessions and continue next game, probably now is probably the best time to do that, right, James?
Do not expect this thing to take more than a round.
All right.
Maybe
Yeah.
2 at most.
I'm just trying to question whether I should go all out from the beginning.
Remember, you have to subdue it, so attack non-lethally.
Right, Quinn, what are you doing?
All right, it's my turn, right?
Yep.
So under under the invisibility, Quinn is going to scout around. James, can I roll something to determine what this devil is?
Investigation would probably be the best one for you under these circumstances.
All right. Kima, what weapon are you using?
A short sword at the moment.
Lord. Are warlocks proficient in that, James?
Um, well, yes.
So I'm going to give Kima the help action while invisible. I don't think that will break my invisibility, would?
It will.
But only when it procs, right? Or does it do that immediately?
When it procs.
I see. Yep. All right. That's okay.
Light, it's your turn.
So I use steady aim.
Right?
And then shoot that thing in the foot. On the knee.
Roll to hit.
Uh, duh, duh, duh.
Nice.
There's a hit.
Yep. Wait, so question. Is a called shot at disadvantage?
A called shot has penalties based on what you're trying to do.
I'm
Also,
trying
we
to
had
basically trying to make the leg unusable by hitting it in the knee.
Okay, then that is a miss.
Really?
Minus
Does it give me
5.
disadvantage?
Oh no, that is a
or-
hit. It's like minus 5 to the roll.
Okay, because if it doesn't give me disadvantage, then I will add advantage.
Okay.
That's what I need to know. So I can roll a second time. Wait, just do this. Okay, still 26.
Yep, that's still a hit. It's going to make a con save.
Okay.
19 as a success.
But it still gets 13 more damage.
Alright. Anything else for your turn?
Can't move. I think that. Oh, wait. Steady aim isn't a bonus action, isn't it?
It is.
Ah, it is. Okay, then that's my turn.
Kima.
All right. Well, now that I'm being assisted by Quinn to strike it, this barbed devil, I will swing with my short sword. I don't need to reckless since I have advantage. For 23 damage. Not 23
Straight to
damage,
hit.
sorry, 23.
It's a hit.
Yeah. God, not great damage. So that's 8. I also, since this is the first attack on my turn, I get to deal some radiant damage thanks to my Divine Fury. For an extra 2 radiant damage. I'm also now going to use a maneuver. I'm going to use goading attack. So it needs to make me a wisdom saving throw, or has disadvantage on attack rolls against all targets other than myself. Does it have disadvantage?
No.
Okay, then he succeeds. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to roll on the superiority die because extra damage. So that is a total of 12 mighty damage.
Alright.
Then I'm gonna hit him again. Let's go.
Wow.
And
You
I'm
can
now
fight
going to
against
burn.
others too.
I know, right? I'm now going to use another maneuver. This time, let's be menacing. Gonna use menacing attack.
Cannot be frightened.
So I need.
No,
Oh,
it can
can't.
be
Okay.
frightened.
Oh, let's go then. All right,
Can only
another
not be
superiority
frightened if
die
there's
to
another
damage.
devil.
So that is 10 more damage so 20 damage total on the second attack, and it is now frightened of me. And that is my turn.
Right. Sachi, it's your turn.
I got this thing scared, guys.
Okay. How bad does it look?
When you hover over it, what does it say?
Badly injured. Alright. I'm gonna need a wisdom saving throw.
Fails.
Alright. And I'm gonna go ahead and quicken. So it is held, right?
Yep.
Mm.
Bye bye.
All right, James, can we speak? Is speech a thing? Mid-turn? Sachi, you hear telepathically, try not to kill it.
Does it get sent back to its home plane?
Because we were instructed not to we were instructed only to disable it, not to kill it. If
Yep,
we
it
do
gets sent
kill it,
back.
we-
Oh, my arrow! I need that back.
I turn to Quinn and I hold up my hand for a high five.
They high five you. a bit like they don't look too into it, they kind of look dead inside. They just
Does
high
anyone
five
try
you
to
and
resist the
look
teleport?
place. Nope.
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 Okay.
Right, you guys all
This returns you all to the classroom.
This was
Alright.
interesting.
You're aware of what the preparation allowed you to do, correct?
fight in our terms.
Indeed.
Yes, we should never approach an enemy on their ground.
But isn't that more combat focused lesson then?
No, it's the principle of arcane magic. Preparation.
Very good, Quinn, but it's best not to give away the answers when someone else can learn from it.
Oh, sorry.
I'm still confused.
Right. What did we demonstrate just then?